Everyone thinks that hyperactivity is the main behavioural effect of food chemicals, but it isn't. It's irritability. And it's really important to understand what irritability is. If you have an irritable child who is doing something that he likes, such as playing with toys, then he'll be fine. But if you ask him to do something he doesn't like, for instance, get ready for school, then that child is going to overreact.
I was literally at the stage last year of leaving. I had had enough. The whole family life was just awful. It was like World War III every day. We were yelling all the time, just trying to get the simplest things done. He would do nothing that we asked him. The simplest thing was just met with a flat no.
You might see hyperactivity in children after a party, but mostly it's restlessness, fidgeting, can't stay in their seat, can't sit still.
For example, Lindsay used to be almost non-stop motion. She was just twitchy, fidgety. At that time she was about 4 years old. And if Heather was holding her, she'd just be scratching, scrabbling at her non-stop, unable to sit still, just unable to control her motions. She couldn't settle to do something that required concentration and stability, like drawing, sketching, all the sort of normal stuff that children do, because she physically couldn't control her body motion, so it made it very difficult for her. But once Heather had put Lindsay on the diet, I think there was a point where Heather realised Lindsay had been quiet for a while and went in and just saw her lying on the bedroom floor or something like that, just lying calm and still, and realised what a huge difference this was going to make. And we've never looked back since, basically. Well, this is Lindsay, this is our little star, and see how still she sits. Wasn't always the case.
It's as if my legs are prickling and I have this uncontrollable urge to twist my feet, to move my legs, and the more I try to control my legs from moving, the more they will want to twitch. And when they twitch very strongly, which makes it very hard to sit in a movie theatre or go for a trip on a plane or a train. The causes for me are mainly natural food chemicals, foods very high in salicylates and MSG. Artificial chemicals will also cause restless legs, along with environmental factors such as perfumes and cleaning fluids.
Sleep disturbance is the one that drives parents mad, and I know all about this one. It can be insomnia, that's difficulty falling asleep or frequent night waking, restless legs, night terrors, sleepwalking or weird dreams. It can be any or all of these, in children and adults.
After I eat green food colouring, it happens all at once, because it starts going through my body, and first of all it gets to my head, I think, and it just confuses my brain a bit and I just can't get to sleep, and usually the only time I can get to sleep is about an hour later or an hour and a half, about 9 o'clock or 9:30, and I only go to bed at 8. And that night I can't sleep, and when I finally do, my mind is set on funny things, and I have these weird dreams, and in the mornings I wake up, I'm tired, I'm a bit miserable, and I go a bit silly.
Since then we've learnt that flavourings, colours, a whole heap of preservatives all cause similar problems. Either that he's unable to go to sleep with restless legs, or that when he is asleep he'll wake up multiple times in the night.
Well, from 2 weeks he wasn't sleeping, screaming all the time. Until the age of about 2.5 we realised salicylates and we found the elimination diet, and then by the age of 3 he was sleeping through as a result.
Everyone was sleeping through the night, including my husband and I, which was lovely.
There's a wide range of other symptoms that bother parents, including loud voice, motor or vocal tics, and talking too much.
He had this really annoying habit of just empty chatter, they call it, just talking all the time. Like you couldn't watch a television program without him commentating all the way through.
chatter. But the one that really gets parents is silly noises. Silly noises can be anything: chickens, trucks, tuneless humming, squealing. But you'll know they're silly noises if 1, they drive you mad, and 2, they improve when you change what your child eats.
I can't say silly noises only if I have silly foods.
A lot of parents say to me, well, we tried the diet and it didn't work. And when I ask them which diet, they say, we took out food colouring. But you have to understand that the prime suspects with behaviour are preservatives and salicylates as well as colours. So if you only avoid colours, you're not going to see a lot of difference. Some families see a big improvement just by cutting down. But basically, the better you do the diet, the bigger the improvements. To get best results, you have to take it seriously. Remember that irritability is the main behavioural effect of food chemicals. It's also the core feature of oppositional defiance, and these are the other symptoms: losing temper, arguing with adults, refusing requests and defying rules, deliberately annoying others, blaming others for their own mistakes, touchy and easily annoyed, angry and resentful, spiteful or vindictive. These are the kids who are hard to live with and hard to teach.
And she went into what the paediatrician called terrible twos early, but it was extreme. It was like temper tantrums for 4.5 hours, 5 hours. She would just constantly scream travelling in the car. She had what they called oppositional defiance behaviour. She would spit in your face, she would scratch your face, she would slap you, and you could never ever see it coming. Initially, it just came out of the left field. A friend of ours gave us the book Fed Up, and it was like written about Emma. You know, oh, that's Emma, that's Emma, that's Emma, oh no, that's Emma. And my daughter then decided because of the age of the child, she went cold turkey and decided it was a salicylate-free diet. And within 7 days, it was like God took away this child and gave us this child.
It took Susan years of hell to work out that food chemicals such as salicylates and MSG can cause this kind of behaviour in her son.
He is very violent, kicks holes in walls, kicks me, punches me, breaks furniture. It took us 6 years of diet, behaviour management and finally medication before he was totally sorted out. But he very rarely digresses from the diet, because if he does, he feels unwell and his behaviour deteriorates, and then he knows that he's got to go back on it because he's old enough now to know. He's in the top maths group, the top English group. He was a prefect for his final year 6 at primary school this year, and he got 40 merit card awards and 3 of the top school awards last year and this year. So he's doing very well now.